Hello. It catches me out every time. Oh dear. Oh gosh. How is everybody? Running late as per normal, not as late as yesterday. I'm just messaging someone, so give me 2 seconds because it came live quicker than I was expecting it to. So, oh dear, just 2 seconds. I get caught out with this live because the problem is the problem is that it flashes up my face first. So I've got my screen and it says go live now. So I press the live button, but then on my side I get this circle going round and round and round, a bit like my replay of my finger going round and round. and then it suddenly says it's gone live. But I don't know while it's going round and round whether I am live or have to wait until it actually tells me I'm live. So sometimes I start a sentence and it's not. Oh dear. Okay, I've just been messaged. Hello, Trotter's normal late. Yeah, just 5 hours late today, but there has been a very good reason. I was going to come 4 o'clock, but I did say yesterday I was going to be late because I had tea and tarot with Holly Charles this morning. So I did say to everyone I was going to be late today, but I didn't plan to be as late as this because I've only got a short time because I've got to do Reiki Teddy live at 6 and I've got my tarot reading at 7:30. You just can't keep me off Facebook Live today. And the other thing is, right, because I was this morning, I got up great intentions and got up and potted around and did a whole load of things like a bit later than ever. Join me for hi Stacey, join me for card reading later, Andy and Zari, if you want to ask, and I hope Zari's beginning to feel better. So I did get up plenty of time and potted around the house, and then it was sort of like 10 o'clock and I thought, well, I need I need a bath and a hair wash. So I got in the bath and had an essential oil bubble bath this morning. Mistake number one, when I have a bubble bath, I just relax. And number two, it's essential oils. And I thought, oh, I know, I'll kill one bird with two stones, or two birds with one stone. Not really, I don't kill animals. I thought I'd do a meditation, you see. So I lay down in the bath. Do not do this unless there's an adult. And I actually completely lay down, so my head is virtually, apart from my nose and my mouth, which is because if I was completely under the water, I'd be drowned. So I'm completely submerged in this deep bubble bath, and then off I went. Don't know where I went. Spirit and the angels and dragons know where I went, but I've got no idea. Oh no, don't Jensen. She's got Amazon Threads. I've just cancelled my Amazon Prime because I was spending too much there on books and oracle cards and tarot cards and stuff. So my Amazon Prime is just literally yesterday been cancelled. Still won't stop me from buying books, but hey ho. So I came out of the bath and suddenly realised it was about 5 to 11, and Holly Charles was meant to be going on at 11 to do a tea and tarot class, and there was I. 5 to 11 with the towel rounds, dripping wet hair, going ah. So I messaged her and said, maybe 5 minutes late. Charged upstairs, quickly dressed. So I am actually dressed today. Oh, it's gone. Sort of towel dried my hair, not very well, and then brushed it. And this is the outcome. I haven't actually styled my hair. Do I ever style my hair? Do I ever straighten my hair? So it looks really good, actually, seeing as it was just towel dried and hair brushed. Had absolutely amazing time, and Holly was on for nearly 2 hours. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. If anyone wants to learn about tarot, Holly Charles is the girl to go to, and to check out her. What I'll probably do actually is I'll put a link to her Facebook page because she is so spiritual and so knowledgeable on so many things. Holly is amazing. I had the pleasure of meeting her when I was down in Cardiff. Poor girl met me in person. Andy, you haven't had that experience yet. Okay, so today's mug has been this one. Now, I don't know if any of you caught the live last night. I was on late last night because this is a brand new mug, about 24 hours old, and a complete surprise out of the blue. The postman delivered me a parcel, wasn't expecting it. I opened it. First of all, I couldn't see who it was from. And it was because when I opened it, I slit a name because it actually, at the end, it actually said, there was a big like white sticky thing which had the name, my address and the postage, and then it was, and the label had been stuck around. And the bit where it said who it was from, it said, no, it doesn't matter which tarot. I'll talk about that in a minute, Andy, about tarot. Let me just, I'll explain about the tarot in a minute. So where it had gone round the corner was where it said it was the name, and I just got the knife and went, opened it, and there was this amazing mug. So it's got my name on it, so I know who I am. And first of all, I saw the pink and I thought it was horrible, but it's Mickey Mouse with the Florida Disney in it. I just adore it. I mean, you know how much I love Disney. I mean, I'm wordless, Stacey. I am just, yes, lost for words. It's one of the best things I've ever received. So I drank out of the mug yesterday, and I'm drinking it out today. Yes, so I'm really excited. Now the question. All right, I'll answer Andy's things. Which tarot set? Right. Well, the original Rider-Waite get on, and a lot of people don't get on with it. Okay, because it's the design and it's very old-fashioned. The drawings, and like you've got that card which has got all the swords sticking into you. And whenever you get books, they talk about the Rider-Waite. This is the original modern day tarot cards, because tarot's a long way back. But you can see this, you know, it's strange drawings. I mean, you can get a lot from that card. 2 of staves, she says, looking at brain dead. But personally speaking, I think it depends on what sort of reader you are. If you're going to be a tarot reader, and I mean, I should be talking about this later today on my tarot cards, actually. I'll go a bit further in it. You can either be an intuitive card reader, which is where you just read from the picture, and whatever you see from the picture, you say. There was a game show about that, you know, catchphrase, what you see, you say, and whatever calls you out. So a lot of people do that. So with my tarot cards, I use the Angel Tarot cards, and these a lot more picturesque. 6 of water. Let me see if I can find anything. Like this is the High Priestess, and let me see if I can find the High Priestess in this one. Bear with me. Path, Hangman, Justice, Fortune, the Hermit, Strength, Chariot, the Others, the Hermit, the Emperor, the High Priestess. Okay, there's the original tarot card, the High Priestess, and there's my one. Much nicer, more friendly, and easy to explain. So if you're learning, the best one is to go for a more colourful one rather than the traditional rider right one. But everyone's goes to the same, But I'll talk a bit more about that tonight at 7:30, if that's okay with Andy. Right. Okay. So I've talked about my mug. I've got to keep an eye on the time. Snack of the day: sultana scones, or scones, or scones, or scones. That is the question. I say scones. I think if you posh, it's scones. Scones are posh, and common, it's scones. But the big question is, when you get your scone, do you put cream on first or jam? Now, someone's just messaged me and said that they get their scone and they cut it in half. They put their jam, then they put cream, and then they put jam, and then put a scone on top. So they've got like a big sandwich, which is fine if you've got a big mouth. But me, who's got a little dainty mouth, that refuses to eat Brussels sprouts, I like to cut my scone in half. So I've got two halves. So I've got twice the pleasure. And I like to put a thick dollop of Cornish clotted cream, or Devon clotted cream, or Jersey clotted cream on first. Not that I'm fussy, of course, and other double clotted creams are available, but so I put about a centimetre of cream, and then I put a centimetre of preferably strawberry jam. Otherwise, if the strawberry jam is not available, I do blackcurrant jam. Apricot jam just doesn't do it. Raspberry jam is good. Strawberry jam, raspberry jam, okay. Blackcurrant jam, but apricot jam, marmalade, orange jam, lemon. Oh no, it's got to really, in theory, it should be strawberry jam or raspberry jam. But to me, is cream and then jam. Now, if you haven't got cream, I like butter, not this fake margarine, fake stuff out of a tub. Okay, it's got to be butter, and you put a good dollop of butter on, and then strawberry jam. So I put my butter or my jam first, and then my strawberry jam, and then I go, and it's gone in 3 mouthfuls. It takes longer to prepare it than it does to eat it. Okay, so let me see. Oh, Julie mug. Yeah, you like my mug then? Distract function turned on Disney when you're going, but on different ones. Andy, I'll talk more about the tarot tonight, and I'll remind you at 7:20. Is that all right? What mug? Oh, Stephen, it's got my name on, so I know I am in the morning. It's got Mickey Mouse and Florida Disney Magic Kingdom, Magic Castle on it. So that's my mug, and I'm loving it. Okay, well, Steve's just got a new Prosecco jam. Now there's a thought. I've never had Prosecco jam. You can have whiskey jam. You can have like raspberry jam with whiskey in it. And is it strawberry jam with brandy in it? There's all sorts of different jams you can. Maybe I need to, next time I go to Tesco's, I know it's not an essential, well, it's essential for my live Facebook thing to have all these stuff. But maybe, and I need to go and try these things. Have you got a big mouth? No, I haven't. Especially when it comes to Brussels sprouts. There's no mouth at all for Brussels sprouts. Prosecco jam. God, I wonder where you can get that from. I'll have to Google that. Okay, so that was a big question today. And, cream first and then jam, and then what do you make your own jam? I wish I could, but I just haven't got the kitchen space. Mine is just a little tiny kitchenette. I used to make jam. I've made jam in the past, all sorts of different jam. I like making jam. I think I got rid of all my jam making equipment when I moved from Bugbrook down to Cardiff because I just didn't have room for it. I mean, I used to make my own bread, my own cakes. I used to make a lot. It's because I did A-level cookery. And I do actually quite like baking, like making all different types of breads. But again, I got rid of all my recipe books because I just didn't have space for them. And when we were packing and moving, because space was a premium, I had the choice of a cookery book or book on crystals. Cookery book, book on crystals, book on crystals. Cookery book or book on angels. Cookery book, book on angels. Angel book. Book on tarot or cookery book. I had so many cookery books, it's ridiculous. I'm regretting I got rid of some of them actually now. I do regret I got rid of some of them. Um, yeah, but my kitchen isn't big enough to do anything. Just need a big saucepan. We see I got rid of all my saucepans as well. I just bought a new little 3-tier set because I've just got no room to store anything. Um, maybe I look into it. I tell you, I used to make wine, elderflower wine and elderberry wine. And I haven't got any of that stuff either. See, I used to make a lot of stuff. The only thing I didn't make was lager or ciders. But yeah, elderflower wine. What good thing about elderflower wine is you make it now in the spring, and it'll be ready to drink by Christmas. With elderberry, you pick the berries in the autumn, but it's not ready to drink until the following Christmas. It needs time to mature, and it makes a really nice red wine. I actually quite like elderberry wine, but elderflower is my favourite. It reminds me of lychee. Gosh, yes. Sorry, not been talking. I'm cooking dinner. What are we having tonight, Stacey? I've got yesterday's stew left over because I cooked a stew enough for 3 people, and so I'll be eating stew for the next 3 days. Um, so, oh, I've got tarot cards here. Oh, they're all mixing. Oh, they've all fallen. Oh, I'll have to sort that out before 7:30. Okay, so that was the big question. Well, Henry and myself we are making homemade kebab for everyone. Oh, sounds nice, kebabs. If we weren't in lockdown, I'd be round in half an hour. Oh dear. Okay, now the other thing is part of my description. I said British Gas because I did slag British Gas off a little bit last night. Because as you know, I was on hold for about 45 minutes and then, well, 47.59 seconds or something like that. And just as they answered it, they then hung up on me and I was really peeved off. And I've had this ongoing complaint problem that hasn't been sorted out for months and months and months. And I've so in the end, I went onto the British Gas Facebook page and messaged them. I was sort of polite. I did use English. I didn't use any French swear words. But I think they may have got the impression I was not a happy bunny. Well, I had, first of all, Mel came on and messaged me back and said, "Thank you very much for messaging British Gas. Very sorry you're having problems with us. Unfortunately, we can't ring you back, but we'll try and see if we can help you over Messenger." I went, "Yeah, you don't want to talk to me because I'm not a happy bunny with British Gas." So when lockdown is over, we'll come to yours for the day and make it for you. Yay! Absolutely. So she then sort of asked me, so I've had a great time. I like to say a big thank you for British Gas because I've had a real good exercise workout routine going up and down my stairs. How many times? Because the first time he said, "Can you go down and get me the meter number of your electric?" Go on, easy. Yeah, if you come on at 7:30, Stephen, I'll do your reading 7:30, but it'd be over in Healing Hand Services. It's not on my live; it'd be on Healing Hand Services in the business page. And so I went downstairs, got the meter number, went back upstairs on my laptop, chat. Okay, and then they went, "What's your gas meter reading number?" So went downstairs and had to go out in the rain. Took a note of the meter number and the meter reading, came back upstairs, And then the guy said to me, well, that's fine with your gas, but the electric one, it doesn't sort of correspond with us. And I went, well, this is what the whole problem is. Every time I ring and tell you what the number is, you say it's not what written and don't believe me. So by then, a very nice guy called James came on. I think it's James. Came on. Very helpful. And he says to me, sorry to bother you, but you couldn't be able to go and take a photograph of the meter, could you? And I went, because you don't believe what I've written. No. So I pooted off downstairs and sort of coopy down and take a little picture of the actual little meter box. Come back, send it to him. 5 minutes later, he says, no, I want the whole fandazzle, not just where the meter box number is, but to have a look at all the gummings and things like that. Ew, James, yes, he sounded rather well, I didn't speak to him, but he sounded okay on the phone. So I had to go back downstairs again, take a few photos, and no, I took some more photos. Then I came back up, and then he went, no, we want some other things, and then he said, no, I need all the things. So I went back down for the third time, and I actually sat on the floor because the meter box is on the floor, and I sat on the floor and sort of leaned back, and my entrance is literally the width of a pet staircase. And the meter box takes up half of it, so it's a bit of a tight squeeze to get into the flat entrance, a right pain in the backside. Literally, as you open the front door, there is just under 1 centimetre gap from where the meter box is and the door opens. So if you throw the door open too fast, you can actually hit the meter box. This is why it's probably damaged. So I sat on the floor, and at the same time I was texting Stacey and took all the photos and sent them off, and I couldn't get up. I was stuck on the floor. And I said, Stacey, I'm now stuck on the floor. Because she said, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm taking photos of the meter for the British Gas, but I'm currently stuck on the floor. So the British Gas guy messaged, goes, thank you very much. Everyone. And I went, no, I'm currently stuck on the floor. I can't get up. Yes. And then I was stuck on the floor by the front door, stuck between the front door, the meter reading, and the bottom of the stairs. So he says, do you need me? So this is a worried message from British Gas. Do you need me to do anything? Can I get someone to come and help you? I went, well, actually, seeing as we've got to be 2 meters apart, and no one could get in. So there I am stuck on the floor thinking, I can't get up. So I sort of swivel around and sort of crawl my way to the bottom of the stairs and sort of keep my knees on the brown floor and sort of pulled myself up on 3 steps, grabbed the rail of the stairs and prayed it would take my weight because I'm slightly overweight. So, right, great. Got upstairs. And a message from the British Gas guy goes, okay, thank you for the photos. That's really helped. Brilliant, fantastic. And I went, yeah, just to let you know, I managed to get up off the floor. I'm now upstairs. And he went, well, sorry to be a nuisance, but can you send us photographs? Only up the first 3. And then I got hold of the staircase and managed to pull myself standing up. So he then said, well, sorry to be a nuisance. He says, have you got easy access to the gas meter? And I went, yeah, except it's downstairs outside and it's raining. And he went, we need full photographs of that as well. So I had to go down again to the bottom of the stairs, out in the pouring rain, took a whole load of photos of the gas meter, making sure I was getting, getting all the meter reading numbers and its bar reference numbers and things like that. So I sent it, and so I came back and I stood by the front door with the door shut, and I texted him the pictures, and I said, do you need any more pictures? Because I'm a bit fed up of walking up and down these stairs. as some of you know, little Joey in here is causing me a lot of being unstable this week. And I was really struggling going up and down the stairs like a yo-yo. So he said, no, that's fine. It's all right. So we came up, had a chat. So he goes, I've got all the information. So he says, I'm going to look into this. And I said, well, that's fine. I'm going to go and have my lunch. And then I've got to go out to the doctor's for a medical note. He goes, okay, when do you think you'll be back? Oh, about 4. Then I didn't get on with my lunch. So by the time I got to the doctor's, I was a bit late and then there was the right cocker. Do you know, they charged me, they wrote me a little letter. I don't mind disclosing my medical history because everyone knows I'm a complete loony. She says, sorry, I'm just reading through here. Engineer appointment, you saved British Gas going up and downstairs. So I messaged him when I came back and said, "Hi James, back from the doctor." Oh yeah, where? Yes, £30 for a medical note, and the medical note reads, "To whom it may concern, this is confirmed that Julie is a complete mental case." No, she comes to us. She's under our care for her mental health, and she has self-harming and suicidal ideation, and she's on all these medications. And I shouldn't laugh, but I have to laugh because I had a real bad time last week and I hid it well. A couple of people spotted it, unfortunately. And I am fine now, but last week was really bad. I did have a mental thing. So hence to the nurse at the moment and on my medication. So I went. So when I came back, and then British Gas, and I messaged James. I said, "I'm back now. I've got my letter detailing how mental I am, and there's no hope." And he's come back. He goes, "Right, we've sorted it all out." And he says the reason why there's a problem because there's nothing wrong with your meter. It's just the last time they gave you a meter, which you gave the reading, they miswrote it down, and it's wrong their end. And apparently, I've got 2 gas bills. One on which they owe me £265, and the other one at the moment I owe them £2 because they reckon they're not charging me enough, but I think they're charging me too much. So I said to them, I'm not happy. I want a lower tariff. Blah blah blah. No, you're stuck into the tariff until December. I went. So but at least they sorted me out, and I've got £260 coming back to me. So it was well worth all the hassle. So and they're not going to send an engineer. They're not sending out engineers at the moment unless it's a gas explosion or electricity power blow up. They're not sending engineers out. But hopefully we solved it, and I'm £263 richer. So I said I'm going to make British Gas and go at long last. I will sue them. So maybe I'll make more than 263. There's been one cock up. They keep writing letters. They address because they kept writing. I haven't been married for years. The last time there was a Mr. and Mrs. King was when I lived in Toaster, and this is going back about 14, 15 years, maybe 20 years, a long, long time. So when I moved to Bugbrook, brand new house, all bought in my own name. Yay! Everything in my own name. I went to British Gas, it was all name. And my ex, his initial was J. So it was always Mr. and Mrs. J. King. Okay. And they suddenly started writing to me here, well, addressing me Mrs. King, even though I then said to them I'd gone to Cardiff. So I moved all my account with British Gas down to Cardiff. So they knew I moved from Bugbrook, still Mrs. King. And then I moved here, but they started sending letters here, even though I said my new address is this. My previous address was one in the Cardiff. They started writing to Mr. and Mrs. G. King at the old address. And luckily I was paying for forwarding my post at the time. So I rang them up originally and said, number one, where have you got this old address from? Because I haven't been there for ding. Number two, why are you suddenly addressing everything to Mr. and Mrs. G. King? They took ages to sort that out. And then what they used to do, they wrote a letter. It was addressed to Mrs. J. King with the address of Bug Book. And it was Mrs. Hi, sorry. It was addressed to Mrs. J. King, Bug Book address. And then inside it said, Dear Mr. and Mrs. King G, we are sorry we've got your address and name all wrong. And as you can see, we've now corrected it. I went, what? It was even more wrong. So and then I said we had the trouble with the meters. And then we got the Romanians downstairs and there's two meters outside. I think one of the reasons why there's too many electric meters and gas meters and and I think I've got their gas bill, so they've now, and I think that's why they sorted it finally out, because they said, why have you got 2 gas bills and why are there 4 electric bills? And the problem is that the house is called 18 and I was getting all. So I think I've been paying for the Romanians downstairs, which I'm not very happy about. So we've got to finally, hopefully, watch this space. So I'm going to do a little shout out to British Gas and said, if it's not sorted out, even though they say it is, I will be back again and I will be slagging you off. But at the moment, it seems that everything's sorted. So thank you, James, from British Gas. Oh, dear. So as I said, this is only short because in 26 minutes, I've got to go live on Reiki Teddy. And then at 7:30 tonight, I'm doing my card readings. I might ask them for some compensation for all the stress and the upset they've caused me. Actually, I told British Gas, I said, there hasn't been a missing for 12 years or something. Well, what I meant is Mr. King had moved out and we were divorced. They slightly misunderstood that and they went, we're very sorry to hear of the loss of your husband. And I went, he's not dead, he divorced. And they thought he died. Because I said, there hasn't been a Mr. King. Very sorry for your loss and the distress we caused you by addressing it to Mr. and Mrs. King. And I said, and his name wasn't even a G, it started with a J. Oh, God. You know, some of these big companies, you know, it beggars belief. It beggars belief. It really does. They're all just as bad as each other. So I might film this and send it to British Gas and go, watch this live with me sucking you off and how unhappy I am. No, I'm going to say James was wonderful. James from British Gas today on Messenger was superb. Even though I got stuck. Oh, God. Okay, you go and do your tea. Like I said, 6 o'clock I'll be doing Ricky, Teddy, Andy, and then come back if you want a card. Want a card reading at 7:30, and I'll be doing that again. So the card now for the collective, for the mad ones who stuck this out. And I'm sorry, I'm sort of doing this short. Oh, that fell out. Surrender and release. I surrendered and released my gas problem to British Gas, to James at British Gas. So when James, deal with my problem, I surrendered it to him and hopefully he sorted it out. So when you surrender and release everything to the universe or God or Jesus or your spirit guides or your angels and just go, you know what? I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm letting the universe deal with it or spirit deal with it. Surprising what happens. And the number of times I've done that. So I'm going to surrender and release my search for my soulmate. So I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just leaving it in the hands of spirit. And who is it? Cupid and Eros. So surrender and release. So any problems you've got, any upsets, and if you can't deal with it, So surrender and release. So I'm surrendering and releasing that I'm going to have a fantastic honeymoon with Henry, fiance not girlfriend, soon to be daughter-in-law from heaven, because I'm cashing their honeymoon. And I'm surrendering and releasing that it's going to be a fantastic holiday next year. And the wedding is going to be the best ever wedding in the whole wide world. And you're never going to hear the end of it. And I bet she's going to give me a special mug to drink out on the head table. I won't get a glass. She'll just bring me mugs of tea. And I'll be toasting her in mugs of tea. Oh, bless. And I'm really glad Logan's in a happier mood. Logan, little Loogie Woogie, was in a foul mood yesterday, and we did a couple of live speaking with Stacey, and he was a grumpy baby. A very grumpy baby. And the only time he was happy was my son lying down, and he was sitting at my son's head and pulling his hair and playing with his glasses. And that's the only thing. I'd smack him, and then he'd go like this. And that was how they... Oh dear. Oh yes, I'll do a live from the wedding. Absolutely. That will be fab. I'll do it all day long. The wedding of the year. I'm going to get Hello Magazine to do photographs for you. See if we can get them to pay for it for you. It'll be the wedding of the century, you know. Royal wedding, eat your heart out. Stacey Thompson, Henry King. Yeah. I'm going to start writing to all the magazines. Drunk at the wedding. Yeah, start me off with sherry. Dennis, sherry, please. In honour of my mum and dad, I'll have a little sherry to start off the wedding toast. In blessings to my mum and dad to be at the wedding. Dennis, sherry, please. And then we'll go downhill from there. The only thing is I don't like champagne. Okay, I'm going to have to go because in 20 minutes, Reiki Teddy, and I haven't got all the Reiki Teddies here, so I've got to go and get ready for that. So tomorrow I will try and do it at lunchtime by my normal price, my normal time. And my list of jobs today has been an absolute disaster. But at least I can tick off. It says continue to contact British Gas. I can tick that off. Yes. And that's about the only one that I've done. Yes, and I need to sort out Virgin because I think the problem is the internet. So, yeah, I might go and shout at Brian over the road because he's got Virgin. Oh, if you don't like wine or champagne, what are you going to toast your... Oh, well, I just have to toast with vodka and Coke and spirits. We'll have to find you a drink. Oh, gosh. Okay, so yes, so my list yesterday, which I was meant to do today, has not been done very well. Out of the 12 things, I managed to do tea and taro, which was superb. I'm going to do a link to Holly Holes. And we sorted out British Gas. Oh, and collect the medical letter from the GP, which cost me 30 quid. I was not happy bunny. So, I mean, for someone who's in massive debts, thanks, Dex. Want to slip a few cokes in, or rum, Jamaica rum, in Coke, perhaps. I know Henry doesn't drink alcohol. Yeah, does this mean because you two don't drink alcohol, does this mean everyone else? It's going to be a wedding without alcohol. This is going to be disaster. Because if the groom and bride don't drink alcohol, it's a bit silly buying it for everyone else. So it looks like we're drinking wine, which is water. It'll be the first wedding I've ever gone to with no alcohol. Good job I'm mental and don't need alcohol. Just look. Okay, I'm really going to go because I've got because business calls. So Reiki Teddy. So I will do Reiki Teddy live in about 17 minutes. The Tarot and Angel card readings at 7:30 9, and hopefully I will finish at 9. But if it was anything like last week, it'll probably go until 10, half 10, because I just didn't stop. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, as you see, I'm a day ahead already. I'm already wearing green, so I'm wearing this again 2 days in a row. Well, I don't smell. I've had a bath. Can't believe I've just done that. Okay, so yes, so and live tomorrow about 12 o'clock lunchtime, and then 8 o'clock tomorrow night I've got the meditation. So everyone who's been hopping on and off, sorry it's an awkward tea time, but at least I've done it, and I'll catch you all in 15 minutes over on Reiki Teddy. And don't forget, readings tonight is on Healing Hands. It's not under Julie on this page, it's actually on my business page, because once I push the business to make the bank manager happy. Have an amazing evening if I don't see you later on my other 2 lives, and I catch you all lunchtime-ish tomorrow. Take care, lots of love you all. Oh, I'm off to put cream and then jam on my donut for my pudding tonight. Bye.